flawed teams, he said. The 1 seed has not looked like the 1 seed in this series, and if Detroit didn't beat Orlando on Friday, their season was done. And it looked like it was done because the Magic found a gear in the second quarter. There's Anthony Black. The lead is 8. Desmond Bane, one of the great shooters on planet Earth, rips net, and it's a 16-point lead. Paolo Banchero sizing things up. He'll pull. The Magic outscore the Pistons 35-12 in the second, tied for the second largest point differential in any quarter this season. It's all smiles. They lead 60-38. Let's go to Church Street. No, let's play the second half. Detroit signed up for 48. Asar Thompson, shooter. Duncan Robinson hits the 3. All right, it's a 14-point game. Robinson, speaking of great shooters, buries that. Suddenly a 10-point game. Down 11. Paul Reed blocks Bane. Thompson. Robinson in transition, high off the glass. Pistons down 9 at the end of the third. Now it's a 7-point game. Cade Cunningham, float game. Oh, boy. That was a rock off the glass. It dropped. Missed the free throw, 5-point game. Cunningham in transition. Ball fake. Patience. He had 32 and 10. We're tied at 72. The Magic, meanwhile,
not very good.
Couldn't make a shot. Jalen Suggs with a miss. They've missed 14 straight. Bane, a clean look. No. 15 straight misses. Jamal Mosley can't believe it. It's a 6-point deficit. Suggs, 20 straight misses. Banchero. Ultimately, the Magic would miss 23 consecutive shots between the third and fourth quarters, which is the most missed shots in a playoff game in the play-by-play era. That goes back to 97-98. Meanwhile, Dunk, step back, cookies. He had 14. I think you saw them all. The Pistons roar back and win by 14. Force a Game 7.
Until it's over, for us, it ain't over. And they just, continue to impress me. Time and time again, you get spoiled by it, but we just have that mentality, that you don't have to choke the life out of us. And if not, we're going to keep swinging. And as they say, one of them is going to hit the temple, and we'll get an opportunity to win games.
That's who we are. We weren't going to lay down for anything, We went into the locker room. Obviously, we had, a big hill to climb, but it was still a lot of confidence in the room that, we were going to do it together and we were going to find a way out.
Pistons come back from down 22 at the half, which is the largest when facing elimination in NBA history. The Magic, they had 19 points in the second half. 19, which is the fewest in any playoff half in NBA history. They missed 23 consecutive shots. Went about 45 minutes real time in between buckets. So, Paolo, what happened?
Sometimes the game just goes that way, and unfortunately, we had a very bad drought tonight, and you just got to wipe it off and get ready for Game 7. At this point, there's no point in dwelling and thinking about what could have went, our way. It didn't go our way tonight.
There's no other way to put it. This does suck. You have a 24-point lead and we let it go. And I think the reality is it's got to sting and it's got to hurt right now, but you've got to be able to bounce back, and you've given yourself an opportunity to go get it done in Game 7.
Joined now by Iman Shumpert to try to make sense of what happened in the second half, where Orlando Iman goes 4 for 37, 1 for 20 in the fourth. Scored 19 total points. A 22-point lead turns into a 14-point loss. What happened in that second half?
Well, I don't know what happened within the Orlando locker room that changed, but I do know that we finally saw the Detroit Pistons that we've all been waiting to see, the ones that we saw were number one and convincingly the number one seed in the East. They played really well defensively. Asar Thompson's not going to get as much praise as he deserves, but his defensive principles are unmatched. Besides that, Orlando struggled just happens in a playoff game. It just doesn't happen to this degree. Losing Wagner, I know, has jumbled things up. They've had to play with a ton of injuries all season, so it's tough to see, especially when it seems like they've had it in their hands. But I think this is the Detroit Pistons team that we thought we were going to see, especially toward the end of games when Cade Cunningham becomes a complete killer on the offensive end.
They haven't, for the balance of this series, looked a lot like the one, though. I mean, they do in the second half on this night. But what's the mentality, Amon, that they just have to bring on Sunday in Game 7 to put that to bed? Because it won't matter what they look like. If they win Sunday, they get another series to become who they were all year long.
I think they just have to keep playing with pace. Playing with pace and then playing with the same attitude that they had in the second half of tonight's game. Just making sure that they are sound defensively. They pick their spots to gamble, and they get out in transition and make people pay. The more easy they can make it in transition also helps when their half-court game, when they finally go to that ball screen game and have Duncan Robinson running around the perimeter to cause havoc for anybody that has to go into a rotation. Other than that, limiting the times that at the end of the game, Cade Cunningham is looking to be a passer or a distributor, and he can focus on just scoring the basketball.
It was just amazing to me, man. That first half, Orlando's got the grease hot. Everything's going in. I'm like, wow, they're going to move on here. And now they got to go on the road and try to win a Game 7. That's playoff basketball. But that second half's not like anything we've really ever seen. A wild night in the NBA. I want to talk to you about that Toronto victory in a bit. So let's do that in just a little bit here, all right?
You on SportsCenter, we promised you a six-pack of Game 6s. The Magic host the Pistons for a right to head to the conference semis. No Franz Wagner for Orlando. Detroit 3.5-point road favorites. Paolo Banchero, Cade Cunningham each went for 45 in Detroit's Game 5 win. Ohm Youngmisuk is in O-Town for this Game 6. Noam, you've been back and forth nonstop between Detroit and Orlando this whole series. We know Franz Wagner is out with the calf strain. What are the Magic saying about replacing his presence on both ends of the floor?
Well, Phil, I think the Magic have been preparing to be without Franz Wagner for a while. He obviously did not play in Game 5, was ruled out very quickly for Game 6, ruled out yesterday. Jamal Mosley told reporters this morning he did not participate in shoot-around, and I got to tell you, it's not looking good if this series is extended to a Game 7 on Sunday that Franz Wagner would be able to return and play. How impactful was Wagner in this series? In the first 4 games of this series, when he was the primary defender in Cade Cunningham, he held Cade to 6 for 24 shooting, 3 for 16 from 3, and a total of 6 turnovers. So 6 field goals, 6 turnovers. Without him, you saw what happened in Game 5. Cade Cunningham explodes for 45. Paolo Banchero said without Wagner, he knew he had to be more aggressive. So you saw him explode for 45. The Magic may need that again tonight, and they will need Anthony Black and also Jamal Cain, the guy who delivered the very Scottie Pippen-like dunk over Patrick Ewing. If he does that again tonight, this building is going to explode. They need guys like that to step up in place of Wagner.
Yeah, between Black and Cain, Orlando's probably responsible for the best regular season dunk and the best postseason dunk right there. The Magic trying to pick up their first series win for the franchise since 2010 when they swept the first 2 rounds. Ohm Youngmisuk, thanks so much.